So those are my big ideas about math, and now I want to introduce you to a big idea that I've been working on for many years. It's a game called Talk to Me. It's a pretty simple game. It's a game that's played according to rules of many traditional games that I've loved over the years, like Taboo, Pictionary. I don't know if we have older folks in the audience. You remember the $25,000 pyramid, Password. They're all games of verbal expression, games of wordplay, and for some reason I've always liked those, and it's probably because I like to write. I like words in general. But this game addresses what I see as the language barrier that might help us to learn math a little better, teach math a little better, if we could find a way to get past it. Now I want to play it with you a little bit today for those who will indulge, and to get you to indulge I actually have a prize. I wish I had prizes, but I have a budget here, so I have a prize for what I call the MVC. That's the most valuable clue giver. That's not necessarily the team who wins, but it's the person on either team. It might be the person on the losing team that I can kind of look at and say, you picking it up and putting it down, you're giving the most clues, you're guessing the most clues, you're driving this thing. I got a gift card for that person. So now I'll allow you to volunteer to play. Hopefully everybody will want to play. But even if everybody doesn't want to play, no matter how many people volunteer to play in the game, I'll have one team on this side, I'll have another team on this side, and we will play rounds. So that even if we have uneven numbers of players, as long as we play the same number of rounds and all observe the rules, that everybody on a given team has to give clues before you can send up another person. If you've got a ringer on your team that's getting everybody to guess everything, you can't send that person back until everybody else is gone. And other than that, the rules are pretty straightforward. You got a card, you got a term on the card. You're trying to get team members, your team members, to guess what that word is by giving them words. Now I give you a formal definition for each of the words. Now that can be a great aid, or it can be an even greater hindrance, because sometimes the worst way to describe a word is by its formal definition. You also are up against the clock, so even things that you think you know, you got a brain that's about this big. It becomes this big when you apply the pressure of time. And that at least adds a dimension to the game that makes it competitive and whatnot. So can I see, by a show of hands, who would be interested in playing on each team so I can get an idea of the numbers? Okay, we're going to have a game today. We're going to have a game. You don't necessarily need to rearrange yourselves. You don't have to rearrange yourselves. Come up with a name for the team on this side. The team to my right and your left.